What's going on, Lakers fans? Welcome into the Lakers Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and I'll be hosting your show today. But coming up on the show, we're going to be talking about trading for Jimmy Butler. Yes, Jimmy Butler, as Bleacher Report suggested, a absolute wild trade idea that lands Los Angeles, the Miami Heat superstar. Then also wanted to get you guys the latest around the head coach search going on right now for the Lake Show. Brian Windhorst had some interesting quotes there. But if you guys are ready, I would appreciate it. Just hit that thumbs up icon and showed some support to the channel, because the more likes we get, the more Lakers fans will come across this video. So if you guys are ready, just drop a like on today's show. But let's check it out. The Bleacher Report trade idea that sends Jimmy Butler to the Los Angeles Lakers. And Bleacher Report did an article throwing out one blockbuster trade for every NBA team. And this is the one they cooked up for LA, which had them receiving Butler and Thomas Bryant. But then the Lakers are giving up an absolute haul here. So they're giving up Austin Reaves, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and 2 first-round picks that are both unprotected. Absolute haul for Jimmy Butler. But this is what Zach Buckley had to say, who wrote up this article. He said Butler wouldn't help the Lakers' shooting shortage, but he'd enhance their offensive menu as a scorer, creator, and downhill attacker. His toughness and defensive versatility would be a welcome addition to this team, and his experience should allow for a smooth transition to the locker room. This trade price is steep, but this could be a transformational swap, so it should be. If LA wants more than an honorable mention in championship talks, it might require a bold blockbuster like this to make it happen. To get this deal done, the Lakers would have to duck below the first apron, which could happen by either D'Angelo Russell declining his $18.7 million player option and exiting, or LeBron James returning at something less than his max salary. But Jimmy Butler this past season, we'll dive into him here a little bit, as obviously he is the main trade piece. It was a down year for Jimmy, in terms of the production, but you obviously know Jimmy Butler is not, taking the regular season too seriously over the past couple of seasons, but he was still very effective. And this was actually, I believe his first year, he shot over 40% from downtown. He put that out there as his personal goal before the season, and he accomplished that, shooting 41.4% from deep this past season. But he averaged 5 assists, 20 points per game. Still really solid year for Jimmy Buckets. But some more deep analytics on his shooting stats from this past season. His catch and shoot 3-point percentage was at 40.7, still really solid there. Pull-up 3-point percentage, 39.6. So a great shooting year for Jimmy. Even the pull-up midi percentage, even though that was a little down, I still think, 39.2 on the volume he takes, that is not bad at all. And then also his less than 10 feet field goal percentage from the free throw line down was at 55.8. But some more deep analytics on him. So I love these stats. It's points per ISO possession. So every time Jimmy Butler runs an ISO, how many points is he generating per that possession? Well, this past season, 1.07, which was in the 80th percentile. Actually, a whole lot lower in the points per post-up, just because I felt like Jimmy Butler's been a pretty good post-up player over the past couple of years, but that was at 0.84, which was only in the 18th percentile in the league. But points per spot of possession, this is where Jimmy Butler's at its best. 1.23 points, which was actually in the 90.9 percentile in the entire NBA. So obviously this trade, the Lakers are giving up a massive haul. Giving up Reaves, Rui, Vanderbilt, Hood-Schifino, and 2 first-round picks. It's a lot to give up, but let me know. Would you accept this trade? Give me an A for accept or a D for decline down in the comment section. Curious to see what you guys have to say. Or, hey, if you're a Heat fan coming across this video, you guys let me know your thoughts as well. I would decline this deal. I just don't think this is the move for the Lakers that will get them over the top. I don't think this is a needle mover whatsoever. Yes, Jimmy Butler is a great player, but with where the Lakers are at right now and where their franchise is heading, I don't know if Butler is the best choice for Los Angeles. And listen, Butler is not the same player anymore. I think he has hit that wall, and maybe I'll regret these words, but I don't know if Jimmy Butler can necessarily be the best player on a championship team anymore. And obviously, if he comes to the Lakers, he would not need to be. He would have Anthony Davis and LeBron around him, but that's 3 of your best players that aren't really able to shoot the ball that well from deep. Even though Jimmy and LeBron did, both shoot 40+% from downtown last season, it's not that they are, bad three-point shooters. It's just that is not their calling card. That is not what they, do at their best. But the Lakers would be also giving up their 29 first-round pick and their 2031 first-round pick. I'll tell you what, those are extremely valuable. And I can make an argument both those first-round picks hold more value than Jimmy Butler. But I understand what Bleacher Report was saying. This was an all-in move for the next couple of years and to take advantage of the last, years of LeBron James, still playing, top 10 player in the world type of basketball. But overall, I would say no to this deal. Now, coming up next on the show, we got the latest around the Lakers head coach search, as Brian Windhorst had some interesting quotes on that. But before we dive into that, guys, I want to tell you guys about today's presenting sponsor and my favorite app I have on my phone, and that is Prize Picks, which is daily fantasy sports made easy. And with Prize Picks, this summer, you can turn $10 into $1,000 in just watching a single game, watching some of your favorite sports. You can make a Prize Picks lineup in as little as 60 seconds. You just need to pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you're locked in. And if you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has you covered every week, from lowering player stat projections on Tuesdays, which increases your chance of getting a win to get your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. And this is a lineup I'm cooking up for game 1 of the NBA Finals. They got a deal going on right now where Jason Tatum's point total is only set at a half a point. So I'm going to take the more on that. And then Luka Doncic, he's been hot. I think he's going to go in the TD Garden and absolutely silence that Boston Celtic crowd. So I'm going to take the more on his 31.5 points. Then Derek Lively's been fantastic for the Mavericks this year. I'm going to take the more on his 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. But fade those picks, or if you want to ride those picks, we just suggest you guys do so at Prize Picks. And even when the finals are over, the hoops action doesn't stop on Prize Picks. Women's basketball is just getting started, with young stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese looking to make names for themselves alongside greats like Breanna Stewart and Asia Wilson. You could win up to 100 times your cash by just watching them ball out. So I'll put that link for you guys in the comments and description of today's show, prizepicks.com/CLNS, and use that promo code CLNS when you're making your first deposit into your account, and we will match it all the way up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. All right, what is the latest on the Lakers head coaching search? As it is more likely than not, I believe, going to be JJ Redick, the next head coach for Los Angeles. But Brian Windhorst wrote up a pretty interesting article recently about the Lakers head coaching search, and he said there's a very strong message that the Lakers are still very early in their process, that there's still steps to be done, and they've been very thorough and nothing to see there. This is still very up in the air. So Windhorst said that, which leaves many people to think that there could be other head coaching candidates besides JJ Redick getting their name in the mix. We obviously know James Borrego, great relationship with Anthony Davis. He has been rumored to be the next head coach countless times. David Edelman, assistant for the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers have already reached out to him. Sam Cassell with the Boston Celtics, one of the best player development coaches we have in the National Basketball Association. He would be a great choice, in my opinion, as well. And then Micah Nori, keep your eyes out for him. He's actually interviewing with the Cavs job as well right now, but he was one who stepped in for Finch when he did go down, and he was actually the one on the sidelines making all the calls and really being, the active head coach when Finch obviously was hurt. But this was more from Brian Windhorst around JJ Redick being the next head coach. He said, then there's information out there otherwise involving JJ Redick. I would tell you, and my information is scattered. I have some people saying this is JJ Redick's job that I trust. I have some people saying that this is a process that is not complete. I suspect I know something, but I am just going to tell you it is multiple streams of information. James Borrego has had multiple meetings with the Lakers. I think he's a viable candidate for sure, but I think JJ Redick is a very strong candidate. And when I was kind of reading this and listening to it, I just kind of assumed that Windhorst wanted to say, JJ is going to be the next head coach of the Lakers, but he couldn't do that right now. So I'll say it. I truly do believe this. JJ Redick will be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. They just need to go through this process and just kind of do the due diligence of interviewing a bunch of different candidates. But I'll tell you what, I bet you we're only a couple days, weeks away from him being announced as the next Lakers head coach. But you guys let me know. Who do you want as the next Lakers head coach? I actually don't think JJ Redick will be that big of a disaster as some Lakers fans do think. I think he connects really, really well with the players. I think in this social media world we live in, I think he has a lot of respect on those platforms. And, these players go on the phone after the game. They see what everybody's saying about, their head coach or themselves. And I think with JJ being a well-respected name, I think it, could end up working out for the Lakers show. But you guys let me know who you want as the Lakers head coach next. But once we do get that news, if it's JJ Redick or whoever it may be becoming the next head coach for Los Angeles, we'll have a video for you guys breaking it down here on the channel. So hit that subscribe button. Lock us in as your go-to Lakers YouTube channel. See you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. And as always, go Lakers.